functioned, and so we had been, breathing this air all day. So ever since then, I know I will never live in a place again that doesn't have a carbon monoxide detector.
Wow, that was Sandra Bennett sharing her personal story, and I'm so glad she has, because that is a story that we hear oftentimes and time again, and even backed by the U.S. fire departments across the country. They say 72,000 calls placed a year. That's about 50 calls a day for those who have incident reports in terms of carbon monoxide, which is a silent killer. This carbon monoxide alarm that includes a 10-year battery and a 10-year warranty included as well, gives you that peace of mind. There are very few things I say I need, right? I want the new sweater. I want the new shoes. I want the new sheets. I want that. This is a need for you, your family, your loved ones, whoever it may be. From USI, this is what they have been doing for many years. They do it well. It is the leader in the industry. For $34, pick up a couple. Put them around your home and have that peace of mind. $11.33 is your easy payment plan. Amy D'Angelo, I always think, are you related to Mary DeAngelis?
No.
It just reminds me of her. But I know that when I see you, you're a home improvement specialist, and there is no better home improvement than something that can save the life of my loved ones.
Correct. And, they refer to carbon monoxide as the silent killer because it is a colorless, odorless, tasteless gas, and it just floats through. It has no boundaries. It doesn't matter if you're in a home, an apartment, on a boat, in an RV, it travels. And you need a unit like this to know if there is carbon monoxide in your home.
Especially this time of year, because we're closing up the windows and the doors.
Yes.
And most of those incidents from the fire department come in. And I know this from Years in News as well, but this is also backed by our legal team.
Yes.
From November through February, you will see a peak, specifically in December.
Correct.
Because all of these things in our home are running.
Right. So carbon monoxide comes from that incomplete combustion of fossil fuels. And those fossil fuels are the energy source for your portable heaters, your chimneys, your automobiles, your clothing dryer, your range, your vent, your fireplace, your grill, your generator, your furnace, and your water heater. Those fossil fuels are the coal, the oil, the wood, the propane, the natural gas. And remember, those are the energy sources, and everyone has some of those items in their home.
Oh, absolutely.
And it just takes one of those items one time to malfunction to have a carbon monoxide related incident in your home.
Maybe I already knew that I needed a carbon monoxide detector and I have one in my home, or maybe for whatever reason I don't have one yet. Why would I turn to USI? Why is this particular unit the one for me and my family? Because there are so many on the market, and I think sometimes it's hard to decide. For me, a feature that I like, you don't have to plug it in. You can put it anywhere. You're giving us the wall mounting kit, so you can virtually take this anywhere in the home, where I've had units in the past that only plug in. Well, what happens if the power goes out?
Right. It comes with a mounting kit. You can mount it, or it's freestanding. I'll just put this here. It just stands by itself. You're good to go. When you get it home, what I love is it has that 10-year sealed permanent power Duracell alkaline battery. You get it home, you're going to pull your little red tab. You're going to push a button and test it.
So that's the sound we need to hear. That was what, 3 beeps?
3 beeps, and then there's a pause and 3 more beeps. We have no carbon monoxide here in the studio. It is showing a number. That's so that we can show you what a reading looks like. The gas is measured in parts per million. But when you get it home, you're going to pull it, you're going to test it, and then the screen is going to go blank. Don't panic. It's not broken, I promise. It's in sleep mode, like your cell phone and your computer, and it's working behind the scenes.
It's like no news is good news.
Correct.
And then when you see a number, maybe be concerned, or a flash. Like, is there I know there's a no nuisance alarm built in, so it's not just going to go off for no reason, right?
It's not. If you do hear that alarm ever, please grab your loved ones, grab your families, and run out of the house, call emergency services, and let them, they're the experts, let them find the source. If you happen to see that number, you can tell them. It gives them a heads up as to what they're coming into. If you don't worry about it. Just run out of your home.
I love this unit because a year ago, my daughter was 3 days old. Fire department showed up at my house. We had a gas leak. Now, fortunately, it wasn't carbon monoxide, but we had to go to the children's hospital, blood taken. All of us were tested. And I was so scared. My baby was 3 days old, and we had just returned from the hospital. So I immediately went out, bought all of these carbon monoxide detectors, but they're plug-in. Now, a couple of things that I noticed. My 2-year-old son was pulling them out of the wall.
Hazard.
Annoying nuisance alarms were going going off. And then also I've had power outages randomly roll through, and then all of a sudden now my detector, which should be helping save me, is no longer working. So
what you said is a key. It's a detector, and you have to be able to hear this, which is why we recommend one on each and every level in your home, and
like
one
a fire alarm.
Right, and one inside each and every bedroom. I have heavy sleepers, so my kids have their headsets on, and my dad is hard of hearing, and he's always saying, what? So if you have one on your first floor and your bedrooms are up on your second floor and you don't hear it, it is not a useful tool. So again, one on each and every level and one inside each and every bedroom.
Or even outside of the home. Like when I was growing up, my friend had this really fancy boat, which was so much fun to go on.
Right.
But they had all of those appliances that we were talking about, or some of which could also set off carbon monoxide. And then RVs, if you have an RV. So think of, like, of course, the home, but even outside the home. And that's why we have Easy Pay, $11.33. What is the price that we're all willing to pay for our safety, our loved ones? As a mom, it's like the more that I watch the news, the more that I read, it's like there's always something that is so scary. And this, as I had a personal experience with a gas leak last summer, it was like, oh my goodness, instantly. It's that's why it's called the silent killer. You have no idea. And didn't you have a friend who the doctor was like, you're lucky to be alive?
My girlfriend got out of her house and they told her she was lucky to be alive. I just want to show you, this is my cell phone. It is smaller than my cell phone. It takes up no space. As you just saw, it blends into the background. You never see it.
Like, where is it? Is it up there in the bookshelf? I barely could notice that it's tucked in there. There's, it's a nice footprint, 4.5 inches high. 2.5 inches wide. You showed us your cell phone, so it's smaller than that footprint, and you can really tuck it into your decor and you wouldn't even know that it's there.
And it has a little sticker, so when you get it home, remember it's good for 10 years. You're going to write the date 10 years from now on here, and it has a different chirp. In case you forget, don't worry to say my life is over or replace me, but I'm just going to sound it for you again. It's very loud. If you hear it, please grab your loved ones and run out of the house. It's this time of year where people are using their generators, their homes are closed up, it's storm season.
What's a good read? I do want to say that this is nice and bright, and I like that it's easy to read numbers, but is there a number when we should start to be nervous?
As soon as you hear it, run out and call emergency services. That's what you need to do. Be safe.
Oh my goodness, this is a good one, of course, for many places in your home, but outside of your home, or loved ones who are moving into their first apartment. $11.33 on Easy Pay. Thank you so much, Amy. V34977 is your item number.
Thank you.
See you soon. All right, we're continuing on now with something for the kitchen, for the gal on the go, or the guys on the go. From Sistema, we have a set of 6 for you microwavable mugs. This is the jumbo, the largest size that Sistema brings us here at QVC. Marie-Louise Ludwig, good to see you. You're wearing one of my favorite shirts from everybody.
I love this.